Hello everybody and welcome to episode 3 of the Clip It podcast. I hope you're all doing very well. But you know, it's been good, and honestly today's stream was fun. It wasn't stressful. A lot of stuff to do, and I've been very sweaty playing Valorant, but we are back with our normal podcast. I hope you do enjoy these. I'm fucking loving them. If you did watch the stream earlier, as you may know, we finally have a channel up for these podcasts to go up to and live forever. I will be revealing it sometime next week as my video is released. So I hope you guys do look forward to that. Go and subscribe to it when it comes out. And everybody join the Discord when that comes out. I'll be putting notifications on when I go live. If you're a sub, when videos come out, you get a week early access to that video. And trust me, I'm going to be working on a lot more videos. Some better than others, obviously, but, you know, I hope you guys do enjoy that. And it's a little extra for you guys who do help support the channel and are fucking legends. Anyway, today's podcast is an interesting one. We're going to be talking about Facebook. That's the start. Our experiences with it, what it currently is like at the moment, and what we think about the gaming aspect of it, what's happened with Mixer, and maybe what the integration will be like for those people over there, and overall the use case of Facebook. I have very mixed opinions on it, but then again, I'm very relaxed on social media, to be honest. But yeah, shall we introduce our rest of our crew? We've got our 3 normal hosts. Unfortunately, Ash isn't with us today again, and our 2 wonderful guests. So let's introduce them over there. Yes. Hello everybody, how are we all doing?
What's up?
Hello.
Hello.
Wait to mute again.
It's good to see everybody. As always, we are joined by the wonderful Agent Oink.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen and procrastinators.
Oh my god. Grinloop, or COVID
Hello.
2020. Delicious.
Hello, productive people.
And Mo.
What's up? It's yo, side note is Burrito Basher.
Oh, Burrito Basher. I keep forgetting every time. It's BB
Yeah.
Burrito Basher. The big
I
boy.
was wondering, this is important to interrupt right at the start. How many episodes of the new Clip It podcast, you know, the rebrand, that it was going to take for me to point this out? But why the fuck is my contact circle smaller, and why hasn't that not been fixed? It's irritated me everything, and I've tried to
Okay,
see...
wait. Your contact circle's smaller, you saying?
It looks it.
Yeah, I
I
can
don't know if
tap.
it's a trick of the eye, but it looks it.
It's a trick of the eye, my good
I
friend.
think it might be, yeah.
Yours is actually the biggest.
Yep. Where the fuck
Hey,
is yours?
it's not the size of it, bro. It's what you do with it. I swear.
What's not a trick of the eye is that
Oh,
mine
shit.
still gets cut off at the bottom when I'm speaking, and my profile picture is still way too small.
How have I broken it? Shit.
Oh, you flung it off so we can't.
Yes, Alfie's just disappeared, and I genuinely can't find what
Well,
the.
I'm dead, guys. I'm sorry.
Why has it done this? Okay, wait. Let me fix this quickly. What's
Like
it
Schrodinger's
doing?
alpha. Oh my.
So just to count, mine's 45 pixels wide, Phelan's 52 pixels wide.
How the fuck are you counting any of this?
50 yeah,
You took a screenshot, you dumbass.
Why is it doing this? This is the one thing I don't understand. Anyway, we are going to be talking about Facebook today as I try and fix this.
God.
As mentioned, we're going to be talking about like our individual sort of experiences with it. We will use Facebook different reasons, and you know that's just how it is.
Mine's gone now.
One of us don't use Facebook.
That's a good point. One of us doesn't use Facebook, which is a bit of a bitch move, but you know.
Which one? Find out coming up.
Find out coming up, huh?
That's some English right there.
Why is it doing this? I don't understand OBS, honestly.
Oh yeah, OBS is the issue.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god.
I'm on
Right.
Facebook.
I think I fixed it.
Right.
I just need to move Canes. Yeah, that's kind of okay.
You're just getting rid of all of them.
There we go. Just to make a stupid joke about yours being fucking massive, and then it ruined the entire mess like setup. Anyway.
Mine's still cut off at the bottom, a green circle when I'm talking.
Oh, I'll fix that for you, my good friend.
Please
Uh-oh.
don't. You'll break it again. Let's
Probably
just
best
keep
not
it here.
So the podcast starting in 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Facebook. Do we? Okay, so let's go in a circle.
Okay, if we all sit in a circle, everyone hold hands.
Whoever has the password can talk
I'm
first.
not holding hands with you.
So who here uses Facebook? Okay, I think we can answer that by saying who doesn't use Facebook.
Sorry, the
Me.
fucking stream glitched
This
again.
is the answer. I don't use Facebook. God forbid I know. I deeply apologise.
I have it, but I don't really use it properly.
I
I
have
don't
it,
use
but
it properly, but I use it.
I have it, but never post on it.
Or like occasionally
okay.
like a picture I've been tagged in or something.
Let's
so-
rephrase the question.
Well,
Who has been on
very
Facebook?
levels.
And by been on Facebook, I don't mean like you accidentally typed F in Chrome or filled it or something. Like you went on Facebook and like clicked on a page or scrolled down the homepage or liked something or something like that, right? In the
Yeah.
past month.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Because I haven't. Presumably all of you have.
yeah.
I made posts in the last month, bro.
Shit, bro.
I did a funny one. Let me go find one of my posts.
Oh
God.
God.
So, what's that's happening?
Yeah, well, that's so the reason I wanted to start talking about this is obviously the most relevant thing that happened is Mixer being shut down or being taken down more or less, and they're partnering with Facebook Gaming and something to do with Cloud X.
I thought that this was going to be relating to known pedophile Mark Zuckerberg.
Thanks for my
What?
my thing. You guys can
Hey, Corporal, thank you.
The actual fuck, Alfie,
Oh, I misclicked. Oh, what a shame.
you fucking absolute legend.
Did you do it?
Liam is now a sub. That's a fucking beautiful legend. Alfie. Oh,
No
damn.
problems, bro.
Absolute legend. I would have thought that would have done it as one emote, not 5 separate emotes.
I got an emote from it.
But that's fucking
Thank
insane.
you.
Thank you
It's
very much.
currently donations and gift subs are going to multiple LGBTQ related charities. One LGBT
That's
related,
sick.
one
I'd
black
lie in.
LGBTQ
Oh my god,
related,
that's dope.
and they're distributing pride emotes for people that do it. So I thought it was
Yeah.
a good time.
Fucking legend. Thanks
love my
for
lion.
supporting a wonderful cause.
No props.
So,
And showing us all up.
yeah,
bastard.
showing us all up.
Yeah,
He
we
actually
love
has
financial
discount.
security.
So, but thank you very much for that. We get that subtitle up to 15?
Okay.
that really
should be-
derailed.
Fairly standard map, but you get that.
No, it's not 15. I was on 8 last time. 13, there we go, I was 2 off. But no, thank you very much, you're an absolute legend. So yeah, everybody enjoy those subs. Corporal, decent people as well. Corporal, Weekend, Magma, Free Slap, and Liam. You can spam my
Oh,
emotes
So
sorry.
around
we
the
can go to the other people that watch me.
world. That's quite good timing actually, since the Discord's being released next week. So
Corporal's one came up on the stream presumably because it was first, so I just thought he subbed it, like
Yeah.
resubbed again. But
but no, thank you very much, Alfie, for doing that for a great cause and giving these people wonderful emotes to spam around to other streams, and giving them access to their sub-only Discord next week. Anyway, God, I'm sweating like a pig.
sure.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I saw that, Ethan, that post you put on Facebook.
But did you do it in the end?
Anyway,
Oh.
My lawyer says I'm supposed to say no.
Anyway, yeah. So Mixer shut down. They partnered with Facebook. Something about CloudX. I haven't actually looked into this CloudX thing, but I presume it's
didn't hear
a
about
service.
No.
A poor
Um,
ninja.
I'm presuming that's a service or like something to do with streaming.
It's if I could type into Google so I can read out something that sounds smart. I believe xCloud is it's the cloud gaming service that Microsoft's working on for Xbox. So the game streaming service equivalent to Stadia, Nvidia's game
xCloud,
streaming,
okay.
whatever.
The
it's
services that
xCloud.
generally don't work.
It's not Cloud X.
Not Cloud X, no, and
Mm.
it's their movement towards that.
Yeah.
Will be from now that Mixer's shut down, xCloud will be linking to Facebook Gaming. I don't know what that means. Like I genuinely
Okay.
have no idea.
Yeah.
But something's gonna connect somehow. Like I know you play games and it will automatically stream to like Facebook gaming easily, but then you're gonna have to link your Facebook account, or maybe you don't. Maybe there'll be an integration with Microsoft accounts. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But yeah, no, just I wanted to bring it up because Mixer shut down. They're partner of Facebook Gaming. I'm personally not a big fan of Facebook Gaming. I don't know how big of a scene it is. I haven't looked on there. Don't ever actively go on there. So I don't know if anybody from Mixer is really gonna go over there, or if they're going to go over to Twitch. I was talking to Agent Oink about this the other day, and he brought up some really good pointers which Twitch should do, and I think it'll be in the best of both a commercial standard, even a money-making standard, and just overall like showing that you're the best sort of community standard, is allowing anybody that was either affiliated or partnered on Mixer to just automatically apply for it and like get it on Twitch, because then for one they're going to bring over another audience, an audience that may have left Twitch.
Principally, that's already a thing, because part of the partner application or affiliate application is that you can meet the requirements on Twitch, or you can have an account on like YouTube or Twitter or something with enough of a following that like, yeah, you can get in. So theoretically that applies to Mixer too. It's just whether they will follow through with it.
Yeah,
There's already the system in place principally. It's just whether they'll, be good on their word.
But yeah,
Which
that's something
probably won't.
I think it will though, because now that Mixer's gone, Twitch want to kind of say, hey, look, we're still here, we're still the best platform for streaming on. I know we're having DMC strikes and issues, but come over to us.
What's happening with Ninja?
Ninja, so they're basically just both free agents, technically, if you want to say. They're not locked into a contract anymore, that's been terminated.
Not only were they free agents, I discovered that they were paid out money as an apology for having their contracts terminated.
Oh my god!
Legally required because it was probably written in the contracts.
Yeah, so they made even more money.
That in there, but yeah,
Okay.
they made a lot of money. I mean, they were making a lot of money anyway, but
yeah. Although Ninja made 30 million off just joining
the
Mixer.
Sad about that. What's sad for me about the Mixer situation is that it came out of nowhere, right? Like people don't necessarily know that this was the case, but like this was the case. Mixer employees didn't know this was happening. There was no warning. There would be no, we might be shutting down next week. There's no, we're possibly shutting down. We need to have meetings about this. No warning whatsoever in any form. It just happened yesterday. They learned the same time all the news organizations learnt and were given rights to publish. They learnt literally the same time as the public. Sucks for them. Same with content creators and partners on Mixer. They had no warning. They were just told out of nowhere, yep, screw you. So the only people that really had any inkling or any good outcome from this was the people on the contracts, like Ninja, who actually got paid out for the platform dying.
Ninja, Shroud both made a few million from that.
Shroud 10 million, Ninja 30.
And yeah, but we don't know. Yeah, but I mean,
that's
their exit contract.
Their ending payout. That's the exit payout.
Oh, okay. Wait, so is that plus the payout they got for joining?
Plus the payout they got for joining, plus if there was anything in the contract that said they'd be paid on a monthly basis, we don't know the contract.
So, but knowing the contract of the joining and exit, fucking Ninja made 60 million off Mixer.
Ninja probably made more than that.
Yeah, but I mean literally just joining and exit money. That's fucking ridiculous.
It's a valuable asset, but yeah.
Easy money.
The thing is, he was a valuable asset, but if I'm not wrong, I remember someone saying that like the first few weeks, maybe months, he was streaming on Mixer, he had a few hundred thousand views or something like that. It did bring people to Mixer, but like not a few days ago, he was like averaging like 4K.
Nice.
Like because yes, he is a big image, and he is basically just their mascot, and it brought people over, but it doesn't mean they're going to stay. I prefer personally. I like Mixer because of its interactivity, especially back in the day. But I much prefer Beam. You know, Agent like talked about this. I much prefer Beam, but it had definitely better points than Twitch. Its interactivity, the fact that it had FTL before Twitch for more all users. FTL is faster than light. It's basically no latency streaming, which Twitch makes a standard now. But they didn't have that back in the day.
It's going to be tough for people to obviously know on the stream, but to put it in perspective, I've sent everyone a graph chart here. where 7.7% of all views on Mixer go to Shroud,
Glad it's blue and yellow.
6.1% of all views on Mixer go to Ninja, and then the rest 86.2%.
Wait, so Shroud gets more
and if that shows
views?
how much? Yeah, for the past 14 days, Ninja averaged 3,947 and Shroud averaged 4,951.
Yeah, which is
Shroud
shit
has
for those
almost
streamers.
150k more hours watched. But Ninja is completely beyond him on followers
Yeah.
and peak concurrent viewers and viewers attracted.
They're
Which,
both,
for
like-
context, that's absolute shit numbers. Tim the Tapman. Yeah, it's Tim the Tapman. He gets on average, I would say I would say 30k. Most of the time when I'm looking at his stream, he's got like 28k people watching him.
Thing is,
So,
though, I don't
that's
think it
shit.
matters that they're not getting many viewers because they got paid. I imagine it doesn't matter what.
Oh no, for them it doesn't make half a difference. They're getting paid no matter what. They're getting a monthly wage, and they got paid ridiculous money at the beginning.
So that's why it's like devs who go to Epic is like it doesn't matter if your game flops because people don't like the service. They
But no-
make more money than they will
but then,
through the exclusivity than they would through
And people
sales.
got to remember.
Not necessarily.
But no, yeah,
Right.
but then that's where the big problem comes in. Sorry, Alfie. That's where the big problem comes in. Of yes, okay, so they got these huge names on Mixer. Yes, they're getting a few thousand views. They're still paying them a lot of money, and they're losing. I would say in the long run. Well, they are. We know they are.
Yeah.
Where?
Well, worse.
Yeah, they were.
So
In the end, it wasn't really worth it.
it wasn't. Yeah. Sorry. Do you want to carry on, Alfie?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, like, remember that less so for Shroud, but still definitely so. Ninja is a brand, right? They're both brands. It doesn't matter how many views Ninja's getting on Twitch at all, because he has a lot of subscriptions or Mix or whatever. He has a lot of subscriptions anyway. But separate to that, he's got an incredibly active YouTube channel, getting regular views over 1 million, right? And he's got books, he's got, like, clothing lines, he's got stuff in actual physical shops. The man's going to be making money irregardless of what his views look like on his mainstream. Like, there's just no argument.
I would say the reason Shroud gets more views is because, again, I would say it's Ninja is a brand. Shroud is known as Shroud. He was an esports legend, came from a very, very big team, and he is, like, not that Ninja isn't, but Shroud is genuinely insane at games. Like, people watch him because he constantly has really good moments in stuff like Valorant, PUBG back in the day, Counter-Strike, Call of Duty. He's just genuinely talented. While
I've heard
Ninja,
he's really boring though.
and I think it also helps that he plays multiple
If he managed
games.
to have a good moment in PUBG, I mean, that is impressive. Well
Yeah.
done to him.
But
He's
I think
one of the 4 people that managed that.
I think it's also the fact that he plays different games. Ninja is very well known for Fortnite, which has a very, very specific age group. Shroud plays whatever's popular. Counter-Strike, again, was his mainstay, where he got popular. It's where he made his living, basically. But he played Call of Duty Battle. He's massive in Call of Duty, just like Tim the Tapman. He's quite decent at Overwatch, really good at Valorant because it's basically Counter-Strike for him.
I'll never forget Corey from the Overwatch. Corey's a professional Overwatch player beating Shroud in CSGO.
Oh my god!
It was amazing.
But I think that's why Shroud gets better. But then again, you say Shroud's boring as a person to watch. I think Ninja's one of the most boring people to watch. I genuinely hate watching him.
Streamer. I think Tim the Tapman's boring to watch.
Yeah, it's
No
because
offense to him, he's doing great. Good on him. But
And-
I
oh,
don't personally find his content interesting.
every stream I would say is boring to watch. But it's just they have moments because that's how streaming
Depends on the
works.
stream,
Well, it's mostly how streams work. Obviously, if you've got a music streamer, then
Way
it's
to
going to
pick
be a bit more
yourself up.
interesting. Yeah, well, I know I have boring moments. It's just because you have to be either very talented or a very unique streamer to have constant good moments, good funny streams. like that.
With most videos, it's edited down to just be the good bits.
Yeah,
Pick any heavily edited YouTuber, most of the time they spend like hours and hours getting footage and barely scrape together a 10-minute video because generally you're not constantly having fun when you play games. It's very rare that you'll have a full 3-4 hour session where it's just constant highlights. Most of the time it lulls until it's something cool.
by the way, thank you very much, Greenlit, for the 10 bits and for the thanks to Agent Wink. But yeah, no, it's so... the thing is, I would have loved to have seen what happened if their contract stated that they had to move over to Facebook, because I genuinely
Yeah.
don't think they would have liked that. I know Shroud wouldn't have, because
Legal contracting is complicated,
mm,
but I would imagine Ninja and Shroud went into it pretty seriously. They probably had help from lawyers.
almost
And
definitely.
I would imagine it's in the contract that they can't be shoved onto someone out against their will. That would be the sort of standard sort of thing that would be covered
Yeah.
by that sort of contract.
But I was saying if they were, it would have been interesting, because I've never seen someone go, "Oh, Facebook gaming's the next big thing." Never. I would see one or
Apart from Facebook.
yeah, literally it's their own.
I've seen like
Facebook
out
offices.
of date people, like out of date publishers will be like, oh, we're gonna focus on mobile gaming and Facebook gaming because we believe this is big because it has a large market, but it's because they're free. A lot of people will just play them on their phone or something, but they're not
Yeah.
willing to invest money into it because it's not worth it.
Mm.
But they just see the clicks and they're like, oh, we can get like 7 million people to play our game. So yeah, but like maybe like 700 will put in any amount of money, but those games are so shit because those are the people they get the money from. So it's just, yeah, it's just like all based around 7 or 8%, if that, spending fuckloads of money, and everyone else doesn't matter. They just make it's just aimed for the, I think they call them whales.
Yeah.
Mm.
One thing that I think is something that should be recognised about Mixer. There were a lot of problems with Mixer. For those that don't know, it started off as a small startup company called Beam, was then bought out by Microsoft, renamed to Mixer, and grew from there. And what is important to note is that Mixer dominated the console streaming market. It's integrated with Xbox.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can watch it on Xbox easily in comparison to Twitch. It completely dominated that market. And that's something that I think it deserves credit for doing. I don't think Mixer was a bad platform, frankly. I think it was a fine platform, especially towards the end of it. It was pretty well developed. Some annoying Microsoftisms in there about having to have a Microsoft account and it annoying iffy stuff like that. But otherwise, it was decent. And I think it's a shame that, as far as I understand from this change, like when you look on Xbox now and you have like the streaming feature that is now going to stream to Facebook Gaming, and the app installed on Xbox is going to be Facebook Gaming, and that's horrible. No one wants Facebook invading our lives.
And the
like
fact that you have to
It's
then
Facebook.
sign up to Facebook to use it.
Well, possibly. We don't know if there's going to be integration with Microsoft or not. It's unclear.
I
Probably, like they want that, like
I think the
they want to
biggest
steal your information and stuff.
I think the biggest benefit of going to Facebook is everybody has a Facebook account. Like, even Agent Link here, who doesn't use Facebook, has a Facebook account, just doesn't use it.
Although, understand that it isn't a personal Facebook account. I
Oh,
had a
no.
personal Facebook account for a while, and the only reason I got a personal Facebook account is because I was repeatedly begged to by extended family.
And us.
I deleted that a long time ago, and now I have 2 meme Facebook accounts that only exist for the pure reason of one of them being funny because I'm like 180 years old or something, and the other one being funny and just used for contacting people on Messenger, which I don't ever do. It's just people told me to do it, and I created the account so they could add me, and I never open it. So, like, I don't really use it. I wouldn't even describe it as like a Facebook account on me, you know?
Yeah.
It's
No.
literally blank. The only things it has on it is like the fake birthday, and then like I think one post from a couple people or something on my feed. However that shit works, I don't understand.
It's I don't know. It's going to be an interesting like switch. Someone I follow called Chef. I don't know. Chef.
Yeah.
He was a big Mixer streamer. Like, he had I want to say a couple 100,000 followers. He was really big, and he is currently doing a support, or he's doing support streams for people who are from Mixer and want to transform over to Facebook. He's helping them do that, telling them how to do it, what's the best options, how to do certain stuff, and how to get started again. Which is really good of him. But watching it, he hasn't changed one bit. All of these streamers I see that go from Mixer have literally just gone straight to another channel, which I switched straight to another platform like Twitch or YouTube, which I don't blame them. Not many of them I've heard. Like, I was saying this on yesterday's stream. There's 2 people I'm really not worried about, but I haven't heard from, who were fairly big on Mixer, but I've known for since Beam days, so a good 6 years roughly. 5, 6 years. One of them being Otaku Shout, and the other one being Amazing Peter Gaming. Both great people, I just haven't seen on their Twitter yet what they're doing. And I know Itagi has a YouTube channel, so he might just go straight to that. But he could easily go to Twitch. I don't think he'll go to Facebook personally. I know
I
Mason.
think a lot less people end up going to Facebook than
Oh,
will
yeah.
going to other things because people
Absolutely.
why it's just not a nice platform.
The one thing I'd say about Facebook is if you're going to stream on it, you're going to stream on it as a multi-stream, because Streamlabs constantly have been advertising Facebook streaming as a multi-stream. Like they were like, oh, we brought out multi-streaming. You can now multi-stream to different platforms. And it's like, yeah, so you want to multi-stream to different platforms? Okay, what's your main platform? Twitch? Okay, yeah, we're not going to let you stream to any other one but Facebook, so here's all the stuff to stream to Facebook. But then it's like, literally, they did things that's like, oh, if you stream 30 hours to Facebook, you could win a mouse. Okay, thanks. Yo, bro.
I prefer Rabbit, but
But like, so they're definitely helping with streaming to Facebook. Again, it's complicated.
So on the I don't know if I don't know how to word that. Never mind, come back to me. I'm going to think of how to word this properly.
Okay, that's kind of worrying.
Yeah, I would definitely say that the majority of people are moving from Mixer to Twitch, and I think we need to be clear. This is people's incomes.
Oh, a lot of people's incomes, yeah.
All of these streamers make their living from this. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And then people that don't, it helps make ends meet on top of another job, right? And they might not be their entire income, but it might be what helps them, purchase food or pay the end of their rent or whatever. So it's important. Like Mixer is currently full of streams that look like this one from the very big Mixer streamer Ghost from Texas, and it's just like it's just sad, honestly. Above anything else, I just feel shitty for them. Like they've lost all of their subscription revenue.
Like, oh wait, were they paid
they
out?
Have to wait for I believe so.
Okay.
So they have to basically wait for Twitch to hopefully accept them into partner. If they don't accept them into partner, I mean, these people are fucked. That's it. Their job's over.
That was the one thing that kind of did really hit me hard, was the fact when you said that employees weren't told. Content creators were definitely not told, and a lot of these people just lost a job. Like I would say a good couple thousand people lost a couple hundred lost a very good job that's got a huge income for them. And quite a few thousand lost a job.
that's fucked up. I think we should boycott Mixer.
Damn it.
I think people should be aware though that this is it's still not a stable source of income, because things like this can happen at any moment, and if you have no backups in place,
I would say that's the same with any job though.
I mean, well, I don't it's one of the most unstable things, because it's you're dependent on other people enjoying you. Like a lot of channels,
in that case,
get popularity for a bit and then they'll just die out because people lose interest or they don't change or whatever. I think people who invest everything into these things and then it backfires and they're just fucked. It's well, I mean, you shouldn't have put all your eggs in one basket. There's those YouTubers who are flexing, oh, I got fuckloads of money, and then you find out a couple of years later they're in massive, massive debt because they just spent everything without thinking, oh, I'm always going to have this money. But no,
that's the 1%ers though who are dickheads.
I mean, I would say that streaming can be a very reliable source of income that doesn't really have a progression path, so to speak. A lot of big streamers kind of hit their size, and then I'm speaking big streamers, people that are up with 10 to 20k subs here. The problem with gaining more subs when you hit that point is you kind of idle around a point because Twitch isn't growing fast enough for you to grow. Because you're kind of trying to grow faster than Twitch is, and Twitch just has to keep growing, and that's fine because you have consistent growth, but you're not massively growing like you were when you might have been smaller. So I think Twitch can be a very stable source of income. I definitely think Mixer joining a new streaming platform is a risk that everyone should have been aware of, and I think all of them frankly were.
The thing is,
but then also just I would definitely say that if you are past the point where you're making ends meet through streaming, and you're starting to get into a good bit of cash spending money, you should be putting a good bit of that to saving, because you can't rely on, if you've tied your popularity to a game, especially if you're, solo stream one game, as much as you might not want it to be. And there are definitely people that can break out into variety from being in that situation. A lot of your viewers are tied to watching you play that game, not you. So if you're variety streamless, that's a problem. So that game could die, and then that could be a loss of income, or people could stop watching you, or injury could happen, or a whole host of other things. So I think it's definitely important for people that are doing streaming, and this I think applies to people that are doing Patreon for YouTube as well. Is when you start earning past your like comfortable living income, start thinking about where you're spending that money. Don't just spend it on pure new equipment. Put some into savings, put some into reinvestment, and then just that's the better plan. Start managing money better, basically. Just finance better. It's important.
And
Buy bottled water.
I don't think people understand that. Or I don't think people put that much time into it. But to make a living, I'm going off like minimum wage, like minimum amount you have to live off in the UK. You need about 500 subs, about 600 subs, to call it safe. If you're affiliated, at that point, to be honest, if you're affiliated and you're getting 600 subs, you're going to be partnered. So yeah, but like 600 subs is what you need for a minimum living wage in the UK. Those are rough numbers, but that's not that much if you think about it. Well, it kind of is. It's really complicated on Twitch because your followers number doesn't make half a difference if you're over 100k, because at that point you're gonna get at least a couple thousand people watching you simultaneously, and I would say
I just don't think followers are relevant on Twitch.
No, followers aren't relevant. Like fucking what's his XQC's got a tiny amount of followers compared to.
Ironically, multiple streamers that I have watched regularly throughout my life that I've realised months into watching them, oh shit, I'm not following them. Because I go to their URL. I don't really use Twitch, like, go to the homepage and see who's live that often. I tend to just type in a URL of someone when I know they're streaming. Just schedules. So, like, there's multiple people I just haven't ever followed because it's kind of, like, unnecessary,
That's why I'm lucky.
On Tuesday at 5 p.m, they go live, so I go to their stream and then I'm watching them and then I'm like, oh yeah, right, I should follow this person.
Again, that's why I'm lucky. Also, just to go back onto my Streamlabs bit, they're currently doing a thing where if you stream 100 hours on Facebook, if I'm not wrong, or multi-stream 100 hours on Facebook, you can get a t-shirt. You can claim your own t-shirt. So they're
free clothing. Let's go.
So they're actively trying to get people to stream onto Facebook. They've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
Which is fair. No, nothing wrong with that. It's just that's probably why I don't think people main Facebook, like, not that many people main Facebook streaming as their one and only. They tend to do it as like a side, sort of like, so they have their main channel and then that'll be a restream, what do you call it? Multi-stream. There we go. Sort of deal. That's what I see a lot of. And as someone who used to multi-stream a lot, but I physically can't anymore, so.
I don't know. I completely understand from a business perspective why you have stream limitations. Like, I get why Twitch doesn't want its affiliates and partners stream on other platforms. It makes complete business sense. There's no way you can argue against it. But it does suck for streamers because it's denying them a path to viewers and a path to growth on the principle that you were putting your trust and investment into Twitch as a platform and saying, I believe in you to provide me with viewers. I believe in you to support my channel. And depending on people's content and situation and timing and luck and all that shit, sometimes that just isn't the case. It sucks.
No, it does. It's sad. But that's Facebook in a nutshell.
One of the things I wanted to go on, it's not to do with the mixer thing, but it is to do with a fucking garbage of a company Facebook is.
Yeah.
And their owner. I don't know if you guys heard about the Trump Twitter Mark thing.
I mean, I follow a lot of
So basically,
stuff. He's a pretty bad person.
The Trumpster was leaking a bunch, or not leaking, but like releasing a bunch of very damaging misinformation and just stuff like classic Trump stuff. And
Yeah.
Twitter were like, right, this is dangerous because idiots will listen to him. So they basically marked his stuff as like, this is inaccurate. Like, not taking it away or removing it or anything, but just, this is wrong. Please look up the truth. Stuff like that. Not those exact words, but stuff like that. Just basically saying, like, warning, don't listen to this. Fake news. And Mark Zuckerberg came out and was like, oh, it's not our job to police content. And it's like, it's not our job to do this kind of thing. And so a bunch of people started posting on Facebook, like, oh, known pedophile, Mark Zuckerberg does this. And, like, just calling him just all these horrible things. It's like, well, you can't do anything about it because you said you're not supposed to. It's like calling out the hypocrisy and, like, loads of bullshit because Facebook will constantly mark some people out. So I know Ethan had accounts banned. I've had accounts banned for like stuff that you see bigger people get away with. And it's just like, like YouTube and Twitch do it as well. It's just like the bigger you are, the more like plot armor you have, basically. But I think Facebook is one of the most egregious. Like
Facebook is famously the worst for it.
Yeah, there's a really funny South Park episode about it where Butters is just paying a bunch of people to like just write slanderous things on Facebook, and then Mark Zuckerberg comes to town and just starts trying to fight everyone. But that is something you can do. You can just like pay ads, put ads on Facebook of just slandering people, and it's like, oh, well, we're not going to do anything about it because you paid us. But if you do it for free, then they'll do something about it.
Yeah, there's
Unless
one
you're,
of
like...
the biggest differences between Facebook and Twitter. I mean, one, Twitter fact checks now, not to the extent they should, but they're starting to. And credit to Jack Dorsey. I genuinely, Twitter is a corporation. I'm not. If you know anything about my political stance, I don't support that shit by quite a long way. But I think, regardless of that side of my politics, Jack Dorsey is trying to do the right thing with Twitter. He's trying to provide clear cut, we're not saying this is false. Just be aware that this media here has been edited to convey a story. You might want to do your own research and stuff like that. And I think that's a really important thing on social media, and I'm proud of them. But the biggest problem between Twitter and Facebook is that Facebook doesn't check their political advertising. Twitter does. If you, they still did a terrible job of it in the past 3 election cycles. Don't get me wrong, they did an awful job, but they still, strictly speaking, in law, don't allow like proper full misinformation in a political advert. The Conservative Party of the UK cannot put an advert up with a lie in it. That will be taken down by Twitter, although they didn't necessarily do that for all of them. Again, a whole host of issues. But Facebook just flat doesn't check them, and Mark Zuckerberg said he doesn't check them, and shit like that, which is why Kane brought up the Chaser article that I quite liked, which is an Australian comedy group, where that went viral. And basically, it was an article saying social media should not fact check posts, says child molester Mark Zuckerberg, and it went very viral because it's just hilarious. It's great. Precisely. So yeah, there's a lot of problems with Facebook. Many of them stemming from the lizard himself.
Oh, that footage of him in the fucking
it's so creepy.
Is it the Senate?
In one of the many Senate hearings, he said.
I think it's the Galactic Senate.
Fucking beautiful.
Star Wars.
But yeah, no, he's a dodgy man. But Facebook is just shit. I literally use it for scrolling through videos when I'm bored in the morning, when I need motivation to go to work, and to message people, mainly my girlfriend.
I'm thinking of just deactivating it because I found out you can, as far as I can tell, I think you can deactivate it whilst keeping Messenger.
It takes a long time, but yeah, you can.
Because I use Messenger to talk to people, but I don't really use Facebook, and it's annoying. Like, last time I logged in, I had like 30 odd notifications, and I cared about 2 of them. Even though I didn't really care about them, I was just like, oh, okay, that's interesting. The rest was just like, oh, someone you haven't spoken to for about 30 years just invited you to like their page on something that you don't care about. It's like, fuck off.
Bro, why would these hoes invite me to Farmville anymore, bro?
For me, it's pretty much just looking up or looking at cute pictures of animals, generally cats, and occasionally seeing memes on there. I never see any posts from many people anymore because I never interacted with them.
So I've unfollowed. I went through and unfollowed like everyone that came up in my feed because the whole point of it to me was I want to see posts from the pages I followed, not some random dick I added just so they could talk to me.
Hmm.
I only use Facebook to be horrifically racist and trolling libtards.
That jokes that well. Yeah, I think it's
Joke.
important on the context of Facebook to talk about their problems. And I'm not speaking here about they got some slight UX issues. I'm not speaking here about, oh no, maybe some of us don't like the social media style they went for. Like, I don't get why I can go on someone else's profile and post stuff. That's just weird. Like, for me, the best social media is Twitter. And the reason for that isn't because, like, I don't like Facebook. It's just, I like the way Twitter works. It's kind of like a conversation. You can reply to things and share things. It's you know, like, for me, like, I see the equivalent of a retweet. It's like, oh yeah, did you see that article? But like, you know, it's just very natural to me to use Twitter in comparison to Facebook. That's me personally. I know not everyone feels like that. And the important thing to know about Facebook is how bad they are as a company. Note that in 2011 to 2012, it was found that any information you had on Facebook that was private wasn't private and was completely public.
Interesting.
Notice that like half of their code has been exposed and shit. Notice that when the Cambridge Analytica scandal worked, which for those of you who don't know, Cambridge Analytica was the company that ran social media advertising and individual analysis campaigns for Ted Cruz, Donald Trump, and Brexit, along with possible ties to Russia. They're a very, very bad company. I highly recommend watching the Great Hack documentary on Netflix, or there's a ZDF German documentary, which is in German but has subtitles you can find on other places. It's very good as well. If you want more information, I highly recommend watching it. It's incredible. The basic way it worked was this. Cambridge Analytica started off putting out loads of those personality tests. Remember in the early 2010s when there was loads of personality tests all across Facebook?
Yep.
That was Cambridge Analytica, literally every single one of them. And when you gave your permission to access that personality test, that gave them permission to read your data.
Jeez.
And any of your friends' data, even the stuff set to private. And they compiled all that data to get a mass amount of data nodes on people, you know, and basically compile an algorithm that would allow them to determine your interest, right? Like, so they get all this data, and basically then they use that in like the US election. Are you likely to vote Democrat? Are you likely to vote Republican? Or are you on the fence? They then targeted the people that were on the fence with specific adverts. And I mean incredibly specific adverts. We're speaking counties in US districts, like US districts, right? So if a US district was like very close to 50-50 and had a lot of what they called what's the word? Persuadables. Persuadables was the word they used in the company. I know. If there was district, it was very close to certain. They had a lot of persuadables, and winning all those, you know, the majority of those persuadables over would swing the state to the red side because they were working for Ted Cruz and Donald Trump. They would do that. And the thing is, like, say you live on the border, right? They would, and they knew from your user profile that you were incredibly sensitive about migration. They would send, and just to you, adverts about migration. Always complete, not always, but the majority of them complete bullshit, complete lies. But it would be, you know, cases of rape from immigrants, stuff like that, stuff that would stoke tensions and fear. And the thing is, they did that slowly for a very long time, right? And then, in the few days and few hours before the election, they ramped that up to, I think it was $100 million being spent, like, every day.
Jeez.
In the first, like, for the few days before the Donald Trump election or so. I can't remember the exact numbers. It's all out there. Go watch documentaries. It's really, really interesting. And that led to, that's how Donald Trump won the election. Like, just saying it, like, he didn't win through vote, like, he ran because he worked with a really good company that nailed the media campaign. And I think what they did should have been illegal. And I hate, it's horrible. It's really abusive, but it happened, and that's how it won. And, you know what I mean? Well, this campaign found a good company to work for, fair enough. In terms of Brexit, it worked in the same way. Analyzed people in the UK, you know, got profiles of people and used that to see how people would vote. And then looked at persuadables. It looked at where they could have the most impact on the referendum, and then showed issues. For example, does this person have a worry about Turkey joining the EU? That was a big thing that a lot of Leave EU people had in the thing. If Turkey joins the EU, that gives us a border with the Middle East, right?
Yeah.
And people think that them, because there's freedom of movement within the EU, even though it doesn't apply to the fucking UK, I know. It's so dumb. I'm sorry, but you are. But yeah, they thought that, that would mean refugees would get into Turkey and then they'd be able to just fly to the UK and come blow us up because they're definitely all terrorists.
God.
And the thing is, that's bad. But the way they did that was they looked, they had so much data and so much ability to analyze people that in the few hours before the referendum, they could just cake people that were on the fence about those issues with information and lies and propaganda about that's what's going to happen if Turkey joins the EU, right? And that's what swung the Brexit vote. And the difference between this and the US situation and the UK situation, that's illegal in the UK. And there have been whole case of proceedings done by the parliament and shit, and it's been found that it was completely illegal. And shit, but in granted, not much happened about it. And if you're interested in the people that orchestrated the Brexit campaign with Cambridge Analytica, it was Aaron Banks and Nigel Farage. So, I mean, that wouldn't come as a surprise to any UK people, but it's a really interesting thing. And the point that you should get here is that Facebook was so insecure that a company was able to, from someone on your friends list signing up to a personality quiz, mine every single piece of data on you and anyone else that was friends with that person. They couldn't go down a chain. They couldn't go from person that did the test to friend of the friend, but they could go to friend. And then obviously people would share that test and more people do it. And you can get, that's how I think they claim to have data on like 150 million Americans or something.
Yeah.
And
something.
it's crazy. Like it really is insane. And that's alongside knowing that for a long time Facebook stored passwords in plain text. You think, oh yeah, that was probably in 2007. No, that was like 2011, I think, that was found. They also have been known to comply with government requests without any check whatsoever and just hand over any information at request to government, which some people could see as a good thing, some people see as a bad thing. They've received multiple complaints from Canadian Internet Policy and Public Interest Clinic, the European Union, GDPR stuff for the Irish Data Protection Commission, and shit like that, and just ignored all of the things that they've been told to do because they have money and it doesn't matter being fined millions of billions of pounds to them. It's like Facebook is a huge, huge, egregious abuse of a platform, and people really need to realize, like, how much, how bad it is. Like, it's not just that it's a shit social media or that Mark Zuckerberg's a bit of an asshole. Like, they're huge. They're responsible for Donald Trump winning the election. They're responsible for the Brexit vote going the way it does. In Myanmar, or Burma, depending on which one you want to refer to it, there's a horrible situation, which I can't remember. I'm going to sound like an asshole. I know I'm speaking for a lot here, but this is something that's
Okay,
really
so while you're looking for this, I just wanted to say that because you reminded me of that fella with the smallest dick in the world, Nigel Farage. Have you seen that video of him apologising? Then that we are all that he's very wrong.
And that's the video. It's a deep fake.
Oh, is it? Fuck! I was gonna say that's one of the best videos I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's a good deep fake though.
That is a really good deep fake.
For those that don't know, there is a deep fake of Nigel Farage apologising for basically swinging the Brexit row and shit, being a racist. It's quite funny. Anyway, yeah. So in Myanmar, right, a developing nation that was suffering a lot of problems, Facebook pushed heavily into their market. And I mean pushed heavily. So heavily that in the language, the word Facebook is synonymous with the word internet. That is how they pushed there. Like they like every single person just sees Facebook as the internet because they pushed a massive advertising campaign, like millions upon millions of pounds. And in Myanmar, there is a huge, huge amount of racism towards the Rohingya people, who are a Islamic group who live there, and they receive a lot of abuse, murder, rapes, all the standard, ethnic abuse. And Facebook was entirely responsible for that accelerating because it became a thing where they started spreading, all of the memes, so to speak, for lack of better terminology, all of the hate speech against this group of people that are literally being murdered and kicked out of the country, are fleeing the country, running away, being killed en masse in a racial genocide. All of that information was being shared across Facebook, and Facebook was warned about it for 10 years and did nothing.
Sounds like Facebook.
And that's where Facebook comes from. And then there's another country that, oh god, if I can remember which one it was. There was the...
Russia.
No, not Russia. There was possible use of Cambridge Analytica in a country in South America.
Okay.
Oh God, can I remember head?
I'm not sure I've heard of this one.
Oh yes, it was Tobago and the one next to Tobago, Trinidad. That's it. And that has a large Indian population and a large, believe like native Caribbean population, and basically the Indian campaign. Although I think this is still in the air of proof, but I mean it would certainly be not surprising given the history of Cambridge Analytica. But I believe the Indian campaign possibly basically used them again to basically they pushed a movement for the locals, right, to basically say no to the government, right? Because the government didn't support them very well.
Oh, okay.
They were like, hey, how about you? They created a symbol. It was crossing your arms into like a cross, an X in front of you. And it was like, I can't remember what the wording was, but like, don't vote, basically. Don't
like
engage.
a fucking
They're shit
Yu-Gi-Oh
to us.
defense position or some
Yes.
shit.
By the way,
hell yeah.
can I just
That
say
was like-
something? You're welcome, Weekend Geek, and Agent Wink is a fucking legend.
He is.
And yeah, and basically like they create this whole campaign about like, yeah, this government's treating us shit, but we can unite together. We'll give us a symbol of identity. We can all post about it on Facebook. We'll get like logos and companies set up around it. It'll be awesome, and we're going to unite against the government. And fuck the government. We're not going to vote. We should fight for ourselves. And then the Indians won massively, and that's caused serious racial tensions because of course they did.
Isn't
Because
that what's
all
happening
of
at the
the
moment?
Indians voted.
That's fair.
And yeah, like it's like people need to realize that Facebook is not just a shit company that's done shit things, that's done, you know, some fuck ups here and there. They are actively involved in serious issues like, you know, genocide of an entire race, serious election abuses, mass manipulation of voters, shit like that. And knowingly so. That's the more
What did I
about
come back to?
knowingly so.
Oh,
A
God.
lot of hell.
Sorry about that. That's the words came down.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's my rant about Facebook. Fuck Facebook. If you're using
Oh.
Facebook, stop.
I wish I
I
could.
second that.
You can.
Well, I didn't expect the first fucking subject to go on for
For an hour.
That's a new record for us. Yeah.
I want to know what you wanted to talk about, because you said you had something to go alongside to it. like to go on to?
So the way I knew it would get political and ethical to an extent, but I just purely wanted to talk about the user experience of these sort of apps, because earlier today I had the worst so I know a lot of people use Instagram. I got it because what was I doing? I think I was trying to find a very old friend who turned out to
Okay.
hate me anyway, so
Oh.
waste of time that was. But you know, whatever. I did whatever I did. I created my account. At some point I apparently followed the best part of 100 people, and most of them followed me back because they were like friends or like from primary or something like that. And I was like, sure, why not? What was I doing? So today I don't participate much in public giveaways where you have to like comment on a public post or repost it or something like that. But this one, I thought, hell, why not? I'll give it a go. And so I shared it to the Discord, not Charlie's Discord, but another one I'm in, thinking that someone else might be interested in it. And they weren't, but they pointed out that they had an Instagram contest up because they looked in my T's and C's, because of course they did, stupid nerd. and it was from here that the problems really started. So just was the first thing I'm trying to remember, but I tried to do at this point. So trying to even just goddamn post an image was a pain in the ass, because it turns out you can't do that from a desktop for some reason. Basically,
That's mobile only.
yeah, they
Just
have.
stupid.
How did I word this earlier? A fake desktop integration, as in they make it look like you can read, you can do all the stuff you can on phone, but it's only when you actually go to do those things you realize you can't. So you can't delete posts, you can't post. All you can do is view images.
Oh,
like
wait, is
the
this-
very basic sort of
What's
thing.
this on, sorry?
Instagram.
On the website?
Yeah,
So there is a way around this,
there is, and I'm glad there is,
because this is how I post images on Instagram.
Okay, this is incredible. So I'm going to say the way that I know there are extensions, but you can, if you're using Chrome and possibly, I imagine Mozilla, Just
Works for
enable
mine as well.
mobile mode.
Yeah, if you get it, how
Which
you
has
do
got
that is you
also.
go into inspect element or dev mode, and then there's a toggle mobile
Yes.
mode, or as it's called in this, toggle device toolbar, which basically just puts you into the mobile development mode for websites. I don't know if all websites work this way. I presume if they don't have a mobile, well, most websites have a mobile version. But yeah, that's the only way you can really post, delete stuff, or do anything. They used to have an app, or they do have an app on the Microsoft Store, which is the one I used to use, and used to be able to post on that one from the desktop. But for some reason, they took that away in the most recent update, and I have no genuine idea why.
I don't know. It sounds like something they do because they're a shitty app. So the thing that I've decided to do with my Instagram was simply make it a. Pardon me. I'm gonna use it specifically like for competitions. So if I need to repost or tag someone, I've got like 5 people I'm following. One of which is Charlie.
Yay!
One of which is Ethan. So 2 of which are in this podcast. And I was like, okay, time to unfollow everyone else. What a goddamn stupid amount of effort you have to go to. It should just be as simple as clicking the button, right? Okay, fine. It gives you a prompt that says, are you sure you want to unfollow them? Fairly standard. Go through the entire list of nearly 100 people. Thanks, dog. Nearly 100 people. Get to it, and it says 5 following. Refresh the page, and it's jumped all the way back up to only having removed like 5 fucking people. The amount of times I had to go through that stupid list only to find out I don't know what it's based on. If you see the little icon, like a little loading icon before it unfollows them, and it takes a second or so, then it's properly unfollowed them. If it does it instantly, it hasn't unfollowed them, and you have to wait for just a random amount of time before it will allow you to unfollow people again. God damn, one of the most infuriating, and it's the same with Snapchat. I had an issue where I sent a snap to some people. I rarely use it. Sent a snap. It's in my recently sent, but it never got sent to them. How are these people? These apps are worth millions of dollars, if not fucking more. How are they still so goddamn awful and just shit? I do not get it. I really don't. There's nothing that frustrates me
Because the
more
people
than
that use them are
goddamn
too stupid to complain.
shit software. Oh, as long as
mean-
they've got their new fucking filters, apparently they're happy. I don't know.
With Instagram, it really comes down to you're not using Instagram on an iOS mobile device. If you're using Instagram on an iOS mobile device, it works lovely. Anywhere
Okay.
else, it works awfully.
I've heard
But it's still
similar
not great
things
for
about
me.
Snapchat, but that was like
But,
ages ago, so
yeah.
I don't know if that still holds up. Just, I don't get how they get to be in such a like big position.
I use,
These are problems with Snapchat. It's so poorly optimized. The camera view just doesn't always work and doesn't always show you the full frame. The filters have got better recently, but they used to be god awful.
I use Instagram maybe once, maybe twice a month on my
Right.
phone.
Yeah.
Pretty much only use it when I'm uploading something and then dip straight away, or if I'm liking something Rose uploaded.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Fair
But I found the experience to be pretty simple for the most part.
yeah.
I'm on an Android phone. It's not like too bad, but I'm not doing anything like I drop a shit post, put some really fucking weird hashtags on there, and then get a bunch of likes for some fucking
That's
reason.
something that confused me. So this was I didn't look today because I don't really use it. When I was this was multiple years ago now. I was fairly new to the social media scene. Like I'd known about it for years, but I always thought Twitter was the main place for hashtags. Like I'd seen them on Facebook, but
It's
so much
started,
more
bro.
rarely.
I was the same actually. Yeah.
I went onto Instagram the first goddamn time, and every single post had like 20 to 30. So it was a picture followed by about 20 pictures worth of hashtags. So getting through content was impossible. Not that I wanted to.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure hashtags would be more commonly used on Instagram now than they are on Twitter.
Yes.
No, I never.
They tend to be used in like at the end or like for like replacing a word. Like if you're speaking about a famous celebrity, you might tag that celebrity.
Yeah.
Whereas on Instagram, they're just like used constantly for everything. Just like everything is a hashtag.
I spam loads at the end of all my things, and none of them are like serious. It's all just like I don't take it seriously at all. So I'll post like a semi-serious picture with just the most stupidest fucking description and hashtags.
It's surprising how many hashtags people want to use.
Yeah.
I'm like,
who's
I
gonna
use a
find
couple.
your picture looking up like hashtag orange on the beach or something. Like, it's just so stupid. I get that this is a user side thing more than an Instagram side, like, as a company, but it's just so stupid and benign to me. It really is.
Facebook. Anything Facebook owns is going downhill.
Oculus is still going strong.
No,
Probably gonna goddamn jinx it now, having said that. But
I'm
I
actually
wouldn't put Oculus
surprised.
going down strong as a non-Oculus user. Limited marketplace, lack of them providing any support for any other platform. But sure.
well, how do you mean? So what was
As in, for example, any Steam VR game can be used on Oculus because Valve do the
Yeah.
code, not because
Oh,
Facebook
okay.
provide the code. Oculus
thought
games
that
can
was
be used the other way around.
Oculus.
Again, not because Facebook were like, "Oh, we'll be nice and let people play games on the
Oh,
Oculus
I
store,
thought that
on the
that was
Vive."
all a
No, the
Facebook
community
thing.
just came together and did the code for them. Facebook hard locks down the Oculus and everyone just does the work for them. I mean, fair enough.
Fair.
People are doing it, so I mean, it's easy business for them, but it sucks.
Okay, fair enough. I thought that was like a pre-Facebook thing, so it's interesting. No. But yeah, I mean for the most part though, their technology's been developing well. It's mostly functional. I think the problem with VR, getting on to a different thing slightly, for me is just the setup of it. Like, not even the first time you set it up, just having to adjust things at the start of every game. If I want to stream it to Discord, I have to set up the game, I have to set up Discord. It's just a pain to do it, which just makes it not unfeasible, but less likely for me to use it.
That's
But I think
fair.
that would be the same with any headset, whether it was Oculus, Index, or Pimax.
I think it's one of those things. If you're not got a proper, true dedicated space to it, it's quite inconvenient.
You're limiting yourself a lot, yeah, if you don't have open play space. Oh, hey, cat. My cat's arrived at the perfect time.
I want to get into VR, but it's an expensive adventure.
It certainly can be, yeah.
Just get your subs to pay for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what I did.
Right, let's get me to 100 subs, lads.
Oh yeah.
We're only
I remember
90.
when you used to have like
80.
little goals in bars. I remember a motherboard at one point.
Yes, that was years ago. That's in my highlights. One Christmas I had two. I had one for a motherboard and the other one for, I want to say RAM or CPU, and both of them were met because Panda, you, and some other people.
Yeah.
Which was fucking insane. It was Christmas, so that was their excuse.
Yeah, that was it.
I never gave any more back, so. The right way to do it, lads. Just always get the stuff, never give it.
Sounds about right.
But yeah, no, the fuck. I've only used Facebook as a social media, as mentioned, and I've recently got into WhatsApp because people want me to. I hate WhatsApp, but I don't. I'm a very mixed opinion with WhatsApp. It's not bad, but it's not good.
I'm trying to think if I've used. I've not.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of things about it, and it's one of those things that I've gone in the past. Yeah, I'll move over to it, but I never got around to it.
Yeah.
For me, what it is like WhatsApp is obviously famous mostly because it's an end-to-end encrypted messenger, and for that reason it's quite popular. But the main problem I have with like the small fucking apps on the phone is like WhatsApp works by signing you up with email and your phone number, and then there's Telegram as well, which is another one that works signing up with you with your phone number and shit. If you want a good messenger that's end-to-end encrypted with strong privacy and open source, you can actually verify there isn't a government backdoor written into it. Cough cough. Facebook own WhatsApp. Signal is excellent. Signal.org. Use it all the time. I don't use it all the time because I don't message anyone, but I have it installed and would use it all the time.
Is that the one we had in college?
No, it's similar though.
Okay, so I remember that one. That was a while back. But
I don't. But
it was
definitely sounds like it's worth a look into.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Signal is really genuinely, it's solid. It's open source, so you can verify that it's secure. It's got good security parameters, end-to-end encrypted. Just a messenger, so it's great. You know, it's just fine. It just does the job.
Fun fact for people, by the way. I don't know if I should be saying this out. So do stop me if you want me to. Agent Oink actually owns the business that runs Sync. So yes, it may ask for your phone number, but it only goes to him. So don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's not going to be doing anything
best
to
way
it.
Messenger LLC,
Is
as you
Messenger
see.
Pigeon.
Yep.
What was that?
Messenger Pigeon, best way to talk to people.
I was joking with my boss's
It's
friend
interesting.
about that.
If you do ever want to visit me, I'm at 650 Castro Street, Suite 120 to 223 Mountain View, California. That's not the headquarters of Signal Messenger or anything. That's where I live. But you can tell from the accent.
I was going to say, is that Facebook?
That was his address, bro. He just said.
Ah, shit. Don't say that on stream, bro. People are gonna swat you now. Which is
More
something.
like to swat the fucking school that you gave all the fucking details to, like 2 streams, like 2.
Oh goddamn. Yeah, no. I don't. The swatting has kind of died down now. I hope it has. I haven't heard much about it, so.
I liked
wouldn't
it when
say
that
it's
guy
died
got
down.
swatted in a park.
In terms of the people trying to do it, it's just that police forces are more aware of it now.
Yeah.
And I always recommend this: if you ever get popular on stream, go to your police station, talk with them about what you do, talk with them about swatting, make sure they have it noted down clearly that you are a popular streamer, so that in the event that they, get a call, oh yeah, these got guns, or there's a shooting or whatever, they can check your stream page and see that you're live, or be a bit more cautious about
Yeah,
it.
what up, please?
Well, that's the thing though. Like, that's
Also,
legitimately
the
important.
perfect way to commit any crimes.
We just start
Yes.
talking to
Go on
just
stream.
Fake a stream.
just start talking to you in chat. Fucking yeah, we got a call about you. Are you okay? But no, that's
a
fair.
pretty good idea, though. I never really.
Oh, it makes sense. It's like obviously it's more of a bigger issue in America. Very unlikely in the UK that some police are going to bash down your door and shoot you in the forehead, but it's still something you should do just to be safe. And also,
fucking morons.
it's also it saves them money because they don't have to spend resources going out to your house.
It's
And
just bad for everyone here.
yeah, and like. Isn't it like a serious crime now? Like if you swat someone, yeah.
He's always
Police
been.
times, always
That's
been.
why Keemstar should be arrested because he got someone to swat someone.
There's a whole many other reasons why Keemstar should be.
Oh
arrested.
god,
Yeah.
yeah, that's another
Ben.
podcast in itself. That's...
Definitely. Shall we make a whole Ethan Klein sort of?
Blocked by Keemstar on Twitter, by the way. Proudest achievement.
That's my
Yeah,
next
see if we can
achievement.
get Ethan Klein on the Clip It podcast. I reckon we're in for a chance.
Also,
I'll just change my life.
Can we all just at him?
I have only just noticed this. I don't know if it's a Twitch bug, but my Twitch says you've got episode 2 in the title, yet your tweet says episode 3.
I should have episode 3. I don't.
It does say episode 2.
No, it doesn't. Refresh the page.
This is episode 3. It just got changed.
Poggers.
Yeah, if we all just at Ethan Klein, we could get him on this easily.
We should get fucking John McAfee on
5
here.
random idiots atting him at once. Like,
Yeah, or we could get Nerd
that's
Cubed on
5
here.
in a sea of few hundred, few thousand.
Yeah,
Not a chance.
Let's get John McAfee on here.
let's get Nerd Cubed on here.
Yeah.
Let's talk to him about
get
his
me
new
on that
book.
Old Nerd Cubed on here.
Woof.
Ooh. I like both Nerd Cubes. Old Nerd Cube is my favourite, but
No, absolutely.
Nerd Cube, the new Nerd Cube, his books are decent. I can't wait for his new book that I keep forgetting I pre-ordered. But I missed old Nerd Cube. I was looking at my old. We were all looking at old old YouTubes the other day. But I was looking at mine a good while ago, and on one of my old pages, one of the only comments I have on there is on one of Nerd Cube's videos, his Minecraft build series. That really does date it. Saying if you need any help building, just give me a message.
Oh.
He never replied, but
Yeah. Not really.
yeah, I know it's surprising. But I miss his old Nerd Cube. His old plays were definitely my favourites. Like back
I like
when we were in
that.
school.
I liked it when He played Frogger in GTA 5 with his dad.
Yeah,
that's quite good.
I've not seen like, any dad cube videos. Do they? I don't think they do. They don't do what was it like Father Sunday?
Father and Sunday.
Father and
No.
Sunday. That was it.
You know who's
No.
a really really good YouTuber?
Me?
This
Really?
guy. This. Hey shit.
Fuck that guy.
Morgs. Morgs is really good, really popular at the moment.
Oh, piss off.
Definitely recommend Morgs if you're.
Don't
you
watch Morgs.
Oh, dude, wait! Did you see his latest freeze challenge episode? 3.6 times 10 to the 16, bro. That shit is so funny.
Definitely worth a watch if you're.
If you like things that are funny and well made and good, then watch him.
Never watch Morgs. He is. If you're gonna watch someone like Morgs, watch Brett Barnes. He just
He
hit
is
30k.
phenomenal. Morgs
Okay.
is
Somehow
phenomenal.
worse.
Okay, I mean that is the the literal worst thing you could possibly have said.
Why?
Yeah.
That's not a compliment.
That's
for
true.
one.
Yeah, you're disrespecting Morgs. What the fuck?
Brett Barnes just hit 30k subscribers. I highly recommend going and check him out.
No, he hasn't. Has
Yeah.
he? Oh.
Am I getting Morgs plus?
He's a legend. I fucking love his content. So
Nice.
I want to tattoo Morgs.
Right,
on
I'm
my
putting
forehead.
down his latest video. I'm sorry.
what are you doing?
Nothing.
Oh yeah, that was a thing in college. Every time we looked up his channel, because he used to be called B Plays, and he changed it to Brett Barnes, which I personally like, and I definitely helped him change it to that, or we all did. But
Charles single-handedly gave him
yeah,
success.
I single-handedly gave him
God.
success because I said Brett Barnes is more of a professional, especially for the content he's doing.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially over B Plays, to be completely honest. But yeah, there was someone called Brett Barnes who was sexually accused, or supposedly sexually abused by Michael Jackson, which made searching his channel quite fun. But
I mean,
you know, maybe getting to that 30k mark, he may be a bit.
Do you know those
less
different
related.
people?
Yeah, there definitely are.
Mm,
But the fact
The
that
start-
he's younger than me.
The start
Oh.
of Brett's latest video is incredible.
It is.
I'll get into it in a bit. But...
I just checked, and it's not confirmed, but there's a high chance that the Steam Summer Sale starts tomorrow.
Interesting.
Ooh, okay.
unless you just bought a game, what the fuck?
Gonna buy
Summer,
X2.
though.
I hear it's a good game.
Oh my god, it's incredible. I love X2 so much.
What's X2?
It's X2 is funny space game where you pretty much do whatever you want, and you can make up like factories and stuff, or you could just go around killing people, be a pirate. It's awesome, and you can get loops of production, but only
Oh, so like it's
solar
a
power.
Satisfactory.
Solar power does anything. No. Satisfactory gay. X2 is it's awesome, bro.
Is it the
Please
next
play it
door
on
fortress?
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Just play.
I didn't say that.
Just play Elite
This is a-
Dangerous
this is a
because it's
disclaimer,
ridiculously
I
cheap.
don't dislike gay people.
Just gay games.
Just gay games.
Oh, everybody's having a
I've,
go at The Last of Us, and that pissed me off.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh
the train
my God, I
wreck.
cannot wait to see it. I've heard that this one's so bad, and it excites me after hearing like how much the first one was goddamn worshipped.
I just don't like it because I'm
Cannot
jealous of
And to be
one
fair,
of the
as
people in the
someone
thing.
that like watched the first one recently, it was not that good. It was a good
Yeah, I'm
game,
in
don't
the
get me
process
wrong,
of
but it
watching
was
it, yeah.
not that good. Come on.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
It's
What,
the
1 or
nostalgia.
2?
One.
What? Go on, bro, keep up.
The one you think about 2?
I don't know, I haven't seen anything from
I've
it.
not
All
seen
I know
it.
is
I-
that some people are angry on all sides about all the things,
Hmm.
and I just haven't bothered
I
to watch it. I
don't-
probably won't, because I just don't care. If it's a shit
Oh.
game and getting shit reviews, why am I going to sit down
No,
and
that's
watch it?
one thing I want to say is no matter what the game is like, I don't agree with people review bombing it.
No, that's probably not.
That's just not what you should do.
No, I mean, review
I
bombing is
dunno.
bad. Just review the game fairly.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
standard for anything.
And don't
Also,
forget,
just want to
these-
point out, Do remember the devs had to crunch for a very long time to get the game out, so can we give some respect to the devs because they certainly didn't have a good time making that game.
No, that's what I was literally
Well,
about
if
to
it's still a
say.
bad game, then just because you spend a long time making a mistake doesn't make it better.
No, that's what
I'm having flashbacks to No Man's
God,
Sky.
don't. That's what I was about to say. Is these devs put hundreds of thousands of hours into it. These people made, in my opinion, it's not a bad story. It's a very in-depth story.
Wasn't Naughty Dog?
In depth is perhaps a
They
little.
got a lawsuit, didn't they? Naughty Dog.
What?
Oh, what for?
They had a lawsuit for the first one, if I'm not wrong, because the Ellie looks like Ellen Page, and she was like, "I don't like that."
Oh God,
No,
that sounds
because of
bad.
working conditions. It might be a different.
Oh,
company.
okay.
Might have
So
been
then
Naughty Dog, 'cause they made
Riot had
burgers.
one because the CEO kept farting in people's faces or something,
God.
and they just had.
Hello, base department.
But yeah, I feel like I've heard Naughty Dog has just like ever since the earliest Naughty Dog, every time there's a new game coming out, people leave the company, they get fired, they complain because apparently it's just not a very well run company. Like they produce decent games, but it's like most people, like most people making them are like come out, it's just like fuck that company, I don't want to work there again. Generally, they don't have a weird.
I have an illustration of this idea. Let me try and find it.
Okay, so similarly, what happened in terms of the legal side of things is that it was the Ellen Page accusation, although I don't know if it actually went to court. And then recently, they revealed more information about the people that leaked the game, because remember there was the big leaks on the story, and basically everyone knew the full
actually,
story
can I ask something?
from months ago, and that was actually leaked by multiple upset Naughty Dog employees who were upset about the working conditions. Although they haven't been identified, and I don't know if that's going to court. Although I do know that Sony and Naughty Dog has been copyright striking people that have just simply been discussing
very
the leaks,
unfairly,
even if
yeah.
they don't.
They've been
the leaks
illegally
themselves.
doing it.
So that's epic.
Yeah,
They've,
they have dealt with it weirdly. I know like they did weird stuff with the early reviews, like they couldn't say certain shit, and they were very censored with what they could say with early reviews.
There's a guy I found recently, just some guy, definitely recommend. But he had problems with Sony. Like he didn't use any images or things from it. He would use like photoshopped images or just memes to represent the characters, and was just talking about how much of a train wreck it's going to be and like what they've done and the shitty things they're doing. And he kept having his video strikes, and he would like came out and was like, "I've spoken to lawyers. I'm prepared." I think he has a background in law as well. I can't quite remember. That might not be right. But basically, he was like, "Yeah, if they fucking keep doing this, several people are going to form a full-on lawsuit against them because it is 100% illegal what they're doing, and YouTube is doing nothing but protecting them."
Oh.
YouTube is actively protecting Sony in doing this. In
Interesting.
false copywriting. I think they're getting away with it because they're using shell companies or something.
Oh.
It's very, very fucking shady. And of course, YouTube, if you get copyright strikes on YouTube, it's up to the person who claimed the video to decide whether it is fair use or not. Which obviously, they're going to say it's not, and they're not going to worry about it because there's fuck all you can do after that.
Yeah.
It is unfortunate.
Terrible, terrible company. The people who run it are idiots and bad people.
I personally think, I know obviously we all have wishes. I personally think they should have just delayed it, or like not like either delayed the story and start working on it later, or just keep making it so it comes out on the PlayStation 5. Because then that would be a great like launch day exclusive. They could have had more time to work on a better story. It would look insane on the PS5, and no load times as they keep bragging.
Oh, dude, the sex scene would be so good on fucking new gen graphics.
God damn, don't even get me started on that. But yeah, no, it's
you get to see fucking bows and shit. That'd be awesome.
I'll tell you what, I'm quite jealous of Abby's frame. Like, she's got a body I wish I had.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's like seen what she looks like, but
yeah, no, I have. I've seen a bit of the story. I keep trying to watch it.
From what I can tell, she just looks like a really buff dude, which is like.
If I'm not wrong, Actually, I'm gonna let Alfie. No, fuck it, never mind.
I don't know because I haven't seen. I only looked stuff up because you said.
Yeah. I heard that that the
So
game
from
was
what I
very.
looked up, there were transphobia in the game's audience, people leaving reviews because of a character supposedly being perceived as trans. From what I understand, they are not in law described as or referred to as trans at any point, although I'm not sure, because again, haven't watched it, haven't played it, I don't know. This is all what I could grasp from reading shit on Twitter and Reddit and fucking news articles. At the same time, the way they've represented a character is also being interpreted as offensive by some trans people, I believe, because they went with the, like, you know, whatever. But I also think the character's not even trans. They just have like a pretty, you know, gender non-conforming appearance, and it's just a really complicated fucking mess where people are being shit on every single side. And frankly, I just don't give a shit. I mean, I don't know the story, but you know, still.
I think it's just been handled very, very poorly.
I mean, everything about that game seems to have been handled very, very poorly.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you remember that character you got attached to? Or someone you'd never heard of is about to biff on them, and then you're going to play the rest of the game hunting down the other one you cared about.
It is
terrible.
This is
unfortunate.
why it took a minute, but this is what I was referring to with the Naughty Dog employees.
No.
Oh yeah.
That took me way too long to read. I'm so fucking
I
slow.
think it's unfortunate because I was hoping more from The Last of Us 2. Well, again, I haven't seen it, so I don't know. But as someone who loved The Last of Us 1 and played through all of it, I was hoping it would be a good story, something to enjoy. I haven't seen anything about the multiplayer, if there is a multiplayer on The Last of Us 2.
To bring it to a lighter note, and something I wanted to talk about for a couple of podcasts now, but I keep forgetting. I played through 2 games recently that were really good and quite recommend.
And they are.
First one is Maneater, which released last month.
What, the
Basically,
original?
Huh?
The original?
Original what?
Oh no, I'm thinking of something else. Never mind, carry on.
The Manhunt, maybe?
I'm thinking of Manhunt, yeah.
Yeah, no. Oh my god, I really want to play that game. But yeah, the Maneater, you play as a shark. It's the theme and style of the game is like a parody of like there's American over-the-top fishing shows.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And you
The
just
one that everyone knows and loves.
you just go around eating stuff and getting bigger, and it's a lot of fun. Like, I can't do it justice in explaining it quickly, but it is very, very fun and a brilliant time. And if you ever played Jaws Unleashed on PS2, it's being called a spiritual successor to that. And I fully loved both those games, and I definitely 100% recommend Maneater. Although
Okay.
it is on Epic, the only reason I got it is because I've been hyped for this game for such a long time. It's like, I don't care, but you know, if you're against Epic, just wait for it to come out on Steam. Possibly Switch, I can't remember.
Or just purchase it on Epic and not have to use Steam and be able to support the developers more and save them more money and support better companies and support anti-monopoly and support competition. Great idea, buy it on Epic.
Yeah, but you can't buy Portal 2 on Epic, so fuck Epic.
Yeah, fuck Epic.
Can't buy Counter-Strike on Epic.
And the other game,
Can't buy Counter-Strike, bro. It's free.
the other game I got is Jedi Fallen Order, which came out last November, possibly.
Oh, the new one, yeah.
Yeah, that's
was it good?
I've heard that's quite
Jedi
shit.
Fallen Order. No, I really enjoyed it. Very good. Like,
Oh, Jedi.
yeah,
You said Jello. I'm like, what the fuck?
Star Wars, Jello, the Fallen Order.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
That'd be way cool. Jellyfish.
It's a Souls-like. It's a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it. Good, solid story from my playing of it and my basic understanding. I really enjoyed it. Enjoyed the characters. Like, enjoyed about everything, all the twists and turns. A lot of fun. Definitely recommend it. Got it on sale for like 15 quid. Yeah, real good. No, 20 quid. I got Battlefront 2 for 15 quid.
Oh, nice.
Which I got just from the mods, and I'm having a lot of fun with the mods.
Yeah.
Although I'm not as highly recommending that game because it's like fuck EA. But yeah, so those are my 2 recommendations that I've been wanting to talk about for a while.
Can I give some recommendations?
Go ahead.
I'd like to talk about a game that really exposes the problems within society and the kind of like the ways we can improve through like it highlights the problems through comedy. I'd like to talk about Postal 2. Very very relevant, very very PC friendly, I would say.
Yeah.
Really highlights the issues within especially the crack industry. I think that's a bit. It's very like it's enlightening how hostile the crack community is, and how much better it would be if it was calmer and more friendly and more inviting to new people.
The anti-gaming section in the game does good for the Christian community as well.
And also the slogan that really stuck with me for I'd have to say years after playing it was fuck, what was it? Save a tree, burn a book, bro. That got to
Beautiful.
me. I felt that.
I've, ever since I was 3 years old, I've kept that in me, to be honest. It's truly inspirational.
And would you like to talk about anything lastly, or mention anything, Alfie or Phelan?
I guess I'll go first.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. There's not anything specific I would want to talk about. Do you want me to give like a shout out to someone?
If you want, yeah, or whatever.
I think I'll shout out Delicious. So check him out on YouTube. I like to use this tagline to describe him: Family Guy funny moments 36 in the sheets. Family Guy funny moments 22 in the sheets. He just added to it. We don't worry about it.
Oh, the funny thing is, I don't even get that reference.
God, Charles.
Don't worry, Charles. We'll educate you after, bro.
Charles.
We'll educate you. Don't worry about it.
As Alfie rightly put it, there's a 1 in 10 chance where normally in a conversation it moves on the topic, the actual conversation. 1 in 10 chance I just stop it, I flatline it.
Just like you did now.
Fuck off. And what about you, Phelan?
So I got a third monitor. It's pretty sick. I'm happy with that.
Oh,
Pretty sick.
I miss my monitors so much.
But I don't know, I think I'm gonna have to return the favor and promote Agent Oink. I'm really looking forward to that Fallout series coming in 2019. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be good.
You know what? To be honest, I'm still 2 years behind on Ash's video, so I know that feeling, bro.
I think I'm about a year and a half behind the Dead Island video.
I got a new video coming out tomorrow.
I do have a new video coming up next week, and it's us playing golf, so that's fun.
I actually have plans for videos once I get like my desk back. I'm gonna start making monthly, quite high edited videos.
Yes. If you do, then I will. I just need a
I'm not going to be doing any like series or playthroughs or anything.
alright,
It's just like one-offs, just a complete story.
I just need motivation, Phelan. If someone else is making videos, I'll make videos. So.
Bro, I got a video coming out tomorrow.
Do you actually?
Instead. Yeah, bro. I'm reviewing all the cutleries in my drawer.
I hope to God you are. Anyway,
I'd watch it.
I got a fucking fork fade, bro. Shit's awesome. I unboxed it last week.
Hotline Miami sequel when?
wow. Anyway,
Video ever.
thank you.
I die? Question mark.
Thank you so much for your time, you wonderful lads. It's been a decent conversation.
Oh.
Been a decent conversation.
Why is it ending so early?
You know, it's been an hour and a half.
Yeah. I
Bruh.
thought it normally goes for 2 hours.
Hour and a half, 2 hours. The first pod was an hour and a half, I want to say. Yeah. And so, there we go.
Increase all the pods by half an hour. My pod, like 100, is like 2 days.
Oh wait, Senzawa is still streaming, so there you go. Go watch Anime Girl play
There you
Funny
go.
Games.
Yeah, I'll go and raid them. But thank you so much for your
That's
time.
not very nice. What the fuck?
Thank you.
Can I plug my... Sorry. Can I plug my Instagram, please?
Yeah.
At CUT4OLI
Oh, yeah. Nice.
on Instagram.
Well, yeah. Go and
Give me a
follow him.
A shit post.
And yeah, thank you very much for your time. Thank you guys and Weekend Geek and Agent Oink especially for supporting a wonderful cause and giving people, as mentioned, beautiful emotes to spam around the place.
I agree.
Yeah, again, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed. We should be back next week. And
I liked it.
I did, and the podcast will be on YouTube next week as well as the Discord opening and the video coming out and doing our rewinds. But no, as always, I hope you all have your wonderful time. We're gonna go and raid Weekend Geek because he's a fucking legend and he's doing some art. So yeah, as always, have a good evening, good day, good night, good morning, and we shall see you in the next podcast, whenever that be. Everybody say bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. I mean,
Hello.
say, oh, bye.
Hello.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Fuck me, Alfie.